There's this old saying. I don't really know how old it is. You've all heard it, and I've heard it. But there's this saying, and the saying is, you don't get in the mud with people from the gutter, because they'll beat you down with experience. And really what that means is, it's really not good to get in the gutter with people who have had it awful. A couple things can happen. You don't know what can happen. Some people, you don't know where they've been. But other people, they enjoy it. They look at it for a catalyst, for a moment to start an argument, to bring you down to their level. But then the people who really are from the gutter, they don't want to be in the gutter. They want to get out of the gutter. They're trying everything they can to get to the sidewalk. And every time they try to get there, other people try to bring them back down. One of the things that I have a debate with on people is, what is the level of learning people have? If you grew up in a certain environment and you were always raised in one environment, and your parents were just in that environment, and their parents were in that environment, and nobody has come in to show you something new, this idea that you're going to somehow possess the mental acuity or the mindset, or just it's suddenly gonna come into your brain on how to break out of the cycle, right? If 4 generations before you haven't broken out of the cycle, the likeliness that you're gonna break out of the cycle is 0 to zilch. It's not because you don't have the ability or the capability to break out of the cycle. You easily could. But you don't know what you don't know. If you're not a surgeon, you don't know how to do surgery. If you're not a mechanic, you don't know how to do a mechanic work, right? This isn't a reinvention of what is, but it's why I keep asking everybody, why is everybody so mean to everybody? Why is everyone putting everybody down? Why is everyone telling you you're a piece of this or you're a piece of that, right? What's the purpose for that? What does it accomplish? What does it serve? Hey, you throw shade this way, that person throws shade back at you. Now you got 2x shades being thrown back at you. You go to the next person, you throw some more shade at them, they show shade, and you just have this circle of shade. And then everybody feels so terrible, but nobody has the means to get out. And then you watch the media and it tells you all the things that you don't have, what you're supposed to have, what you're missing, and why everybody else is at the fault for the things that aren't in your life that should be in your life, because they're showing you dumb things that you really just don't need anyways. The reason we have Trump is because good people have stopped caring in America. There's no compassion anymore. There's no drive to help anyone. Everyone should just get up on their own. You should just have the knowledge to be better, right? Just to magically appear. I just don't know. I just think that all of this talk always of whatever social justice warrior process we're on today, we can do better. We can do better. We can help people be free. How many people are on mental health? How we are the richest country in the world with the most food and iPhones, and it's the most easiest way of life ever to exist in any period of time, and more than half the country's on antidepressants. Doesn't anyone think that's just a little crazy? Doesn't anyone think that's just like abnormal? You literally have commercials that tell you to take an antidepressant on top of an antidepressant because the antidepressant you're taking is not doing well. But it's all under this false basis that you should just feel great all the time. We're human. We have feelings. You know, even me sometimes, I don't really care. Like what happened when I was 8 years old doesn't have any effect to me. But doesn't mean that sometimes in my random day, it's like not a moment of just thinking about it and you go, oh man, that makes you sad. So you have a choice. You can dwell on the sadness or you can find something positive. So I just want to give hope. Just a little bit of hope. That every time your family's under a little bit of disarray, or that you're just like wishing, you know, nobody was around because everyone's pissing you off, which is okay. That's okay too. That you just remember to be nice to everybody and to be nicer to those people who love you the most. You know, in life, they always say that a person who's addicted to drugs hurts their family more than anything else. Because at the end of the day, I got to stop saying that. Okay, that word's in my vocabulary too much. Because when it comes to matter, it is more painful to watch somebody self-destruct than it is for the person who's going through the self-destruction. No, that's not possible. No, it is, because the person going through self-destruction, they're on a whole bunch of stuff, right? Drugs, good, bad, whatever. They're in their mind, they're living their best life, right? But the people around them who love them, you know, they're being destroyed because they can't help. They can't do anything to save them. And I feel like sometimes there's a lot of people in the United States of America sitting in jail, sitting in hospitals, sitting in rooms by themselves, sitting alone, who just feel like everybody has forgotten them. And what I want to tell you is they probably have. And so what you should stop doing is worrying about them forgetting you. Because the reason you're alive is the same reason I'm alive. Is because the person upstairs, whoever that may be to you, you know, has deemed you to be here. Even when you have problems and let's say somebody has drug problems and they're on the street and going, they're still alive. You're still here. Somebody's still trying. But the most important person who can help pick you up the best, and the most important person who can make you see forward, and the most important person when the world's taking a crap on your head, and the most important person when you're getting a ticket, and the most important person when you're getting fired, and the most important person when you feel the whole world is against you, then at that moment, the only important person that's going to tell you how to move forward is yourself. And I want you to know that when you figure that out, when you truly, hey, listen, I'm not saying you don't get sad. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. I'm not saying people don't cry. I'm not saying there's not immense pain, because it's there. But what I'm also saying is when you get to a point of recollection, you know, I care about a lot of things. But I don't care about people that hurt me. And, you know, when you come through and you start throwing shots, it's like the shield goes up. And a reactionary force pushes down. It's like an Iron Man suit. Yeah, right? But it's painful because even when you're in battle, people are still drawing blood. And that's why. That is why, when it all comes down to it, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep helping. I'm going to run for office again. I'm going to keep moving forward. Because in the big world of 8 billion people, what I need relative to the 8 billion people? Well, when I really think about it, it just doesn't seem that important. So as you go out tomorrow and you look at your neighbor who has that new $80,000 car that used to be $40,000, you say to yourself, you know, I can go 10 years without a car payment. It doesn't matter. As long as I can get to work and make money. Why do I need a $900 car payment? Why do I need a phone that costs me $15 a month for 36 to 48 months? You know, the only person looking at your phone is you. Right? That's it. But every quarter when iPhone wants to sell another phone, they make it so easy because they just tack on it, oh, it's $19, it's $15. So this is what I'm talking about. These things, these material things, and I'll leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with a couple things. A person very close to me once said that everything that you will own will be in a landfill in 100 years. And I totally agree with the statement. So, this is just where we're at. This is life. And as you're watching YouTube, going through all your ups and downs of this and that, and I do it just as much as you do, and I'm complaining about the next person. Tomorrow, don't just feel like you give the 50 cents to the guy that you come off the expressway because, you know, that'll make you feel good because you're helping the person in the most desperate time of their need. Why don't, when you get home and your whole family's in chaos and your neighbors are throwing stuff at you and your other neighbors are mad because a bush landed in their yard from your yard, maybe that's the time to show everybody how nice you are. Because I promise you, if you just take a moment to give a little bit of it, a little bit of that love around, you will watch the world around you change.